Welcome to Junee. We kick things off at the famous Licorice and Chocolate Factory. We wandered through the charming town and even stumbled across a dog agility park that our Jack Russells absolutely love. But just when everything was going smoothly, disaster struck. And our holiday is ruined. Junee is about a 4.5 hour drive from Sydney. Hey guys, welcome back. In this episode, we are taking you to a town called Junee in New South Wales. Let's go and have a look at what Junee has to offer. As we rolled into Junee, we were welcomed by tree-lined roads that looked something out of a postcard. But we weren't just here for the scenery. Nope, we were on a mission. As soon as we arrived in Junee, we made a beeline straight for the famous Junee Licorice and Chocolate Factory. Alright, here we are outside the Junee Licorice Factory. Let's go in and see what surprises we can find. Before even stepping inside, we were blown away by the stunning grounds, beautiful gardens, lush green lawns, and incredible statues tucked away in every corner. It's worth taking your time to wander around and soak it all in. Then you step inside the factory. Inside, you can actually watch the magic happen. Chocolatiers at work, crafting delicious treats right in front of you. There's also a lovely cafe, perfect for grabbing a coffee or a snack while you enjoy the sweet smells of chocolate drifting through the air. And the cafe, you have the choice of sitting inside or enjoying those beautiful gardens outside. And of course, you can't leave without visiting the shop. Packed full of irresistible licorice, handmade chocolates, and all sorts of tempting goodies to take home. If they make it that far, of course. Oh my god, there is so many different types of licorice here. It is ridiculous. So yummy. And a recommendation from us is the white chocolate raspberry licorice. You won't regret it. Right, we just got out of the Junee Licorice Factory. What goodies do we have?
Well, I love milk chocolate licorice, so we just got some organic milk chocolate licorice. So that was one yummy purchase. We also just got some plain licorice, so I think this is just the soft one. So that looks good. And normally I'm not a big fan, but this white chocolate raspberry licorice was delicious. Very sweet, but a bit delicious, so we got that. And then the last thing was this Sunday Chocky ice cream beer from Bridge Road Brewers, which is actually down in Beechworth. We've been there when we went to Beechworth, and I remember I had an ice cream beer when I was there, so I'm interested to see what a Chocky ice cream beer is going to taste like. So yes, they were our purchases. Looks pretty yummy.
And Billy, what did you get from the licorice factory? There was no dog licorice, was there? I don't think licorice is good for doggies. Are you in jail at the licorice factory?
Yes.
This is the best thing ever. Okay, while I'm outside, I was just taking BJ for a pee. I have just seen the coolest old truck. Look at these Bedfords. Check this out. There's two of them. Look at that for an old beauty. Isn't that just gorgeous? Such a beautiful old truck. There's also one just there as well at the back. Huh, very cool. After indulging at the Junee Licorice and Chocolate Factory, we decided to take a scenic drive around town. Junee is full of character, and we loved spotting some of the beautiful old buildings dotted throughout the streets. There's so much charm and history here. We wrapped up our little tour with a visit to the Junee railway station, one of the town's real gems. It's grand, historic, and still in use today. Definitely worth a look. Okay, so this is the entrance where we've just parked in here. There's like this little entryway, and this is the Junee station. It is so cool. It is like a ghost town today. It's a public holiday, and I just thought I'd take you for a walk around because it's so cool. The Junee railway station isn't just beautiful. It's a big part of the town's history. Built in the 1880s, this grand building became a key hub on the main Southern Railway line, connecting Sydney to Melbourne. With its Victorian Italianate architecture and towering central clock, it is one of the most impressive railway stations in regional New South Wales. I just love these old stations. They're just beautiful how they've just preserved all of its charm. All right, let's go. One quick last look at this beautiful clock before we leave. Look at this, like you drive in through here, you come down, and there's like this little roundabout thing, and you can come and pick up people at the station. It's so lovely. What a gorgeous little station. Tell you what, if you haven't been to Junee, it is quite surprising. All the old buildings, yeah, and I don't know why, but I think today, because it's a public holiday and there's just nothing open and there's no one about, just feels really amazing. After soaking up the history at the Junee railway station, we jump back in the van and hit the road in search of something a little more mysterious. The Monte Cristo Homestead. Perched high on a hill just a few minutes out of town, Monte Cristo is famously known as Australia's most haunted house. It was an absolute disaster. One of the reasons we came to Junee was to see this very house. Oh my gosh. We've just driven all this way to go and see Monte Cristo, the most haunted place in Australia. And there's a sign that says closed until further notice.
I missed that on the website. Well, it wasn't there when we booked. I don't think.
Oh no, it is absolutely a disaster.
It is.
Why is it closed? There somewhere, down there. One of my most favourite things to do is look at haunted places. And unfortunately, we won't be looking at the most haunted one in Australia.
So the matriarch of the family apparently died in November last year, and it was closed after that. But then I just read that it's been closed in mysterious circumstances, saying it may never be open to the public again. And that happened just this year, actually, just the 16th of January.
I'm so depressed.
I know. I was all week, I was like, I'm going to the most haunted
I'm
house.
so gutted. Our holiday is ruined. So I really, really want to see this house. So, as you could probably tell by now, it turns out that Monte Cristo was closed when we got there. And did I accept that like a reasonable adult? Absolutely not. We drove around from every possible angle, down side streets, up little dirt roads, squinting through fences, like I was a sneaky detective on a ghost hunt. Okay, I'm behind here, having a look to see if it's here anywhere, but I don't think it is. But no, no dice. In the end, the only way I could get a look at it was by sending the drone up. Desperate times, people, desperate times. After failing miserably to get a proper look at the haunted house, despite our best efforts, we admitted defeat and headed back to camp. The only logical thing to do was drown our sorrows. What is your ice cream beer like?
It's actually quite good. It's a bit of a bit stouty.
Ew.
But sweet and definitely tastes like chocolate.
Does it?
Mm.
But tastes like beer.
Mm. Like a stout. A bit like a stout. Is it a stout? No. It's a sipper. Yeah, it's interesting. It's kind of like a chocolate coffee-like beer.
Okay. We decided to take the dogs for a peaceful sunset stroll. The sky was putting on a show, all golden, light and soft colours, and we thought, what a perfect way to end the day. But nature had other plans. Just as we got comfortable, the local cockatoo choir kicked off, and let me tell you, they don't do quiet. Peaceful evening walk. Oh, they're actually dying down. It was really noisy just a second ago. Those cockatoos or corellas are really noisy.
I think combined. But we are just opposite the dog off leash area.
Yes. So near the caravan park, Junee Tourist Park, there is a dog off leash area. Screeching, squawking and absolutely zero rhythm. A romantic sunset? More like a front row seat to the noisiest bird concert in Junee. The next morning we woke up to a crisp country breeze and decided to stretch our legs and then walk into town. Alright, we are heading off into the town of Junee. So we woke up this morning and we thought we'd take off and have a little bit of a look-see at the town. So we're walking along this really nice path actually. It's really cool. Straight from the caravan park. Lots of walking tracks here, which is really nice. Lots of space for doggies, which is great. We stumbled across the Federation Pathway in Junee. Okay, this is a lovely little pathway that obviously goes all the way into town. It's called Federation Pathway. It's a peaceful little walking track that winds its way through town. It's beautifully maintained with plenty of trees, open space, and spots to stop and take it all in. It's one of those paths where you can just slow down, stretch your legs and enjoy a quiet moment. Whether you're walking the dogs, having a chat or just soaking up the country vibes, it's a lovely way to see a different side of Junee one step at a time. The Federation Pathway led us straight into the heart of town, and what a walk it was. We wandered past gorgeous old buildings, each one with its own story and rustic charm. There's just something about country towns like Junee, the slower pace, the friendly faces, and that timeless character that makes you feel right at home. What we've noticed about Junee is it's just all these old beautiful buildings, like, pardon? Just beautiful old buildings, really wide streets. It just has a really lovely feel to it. It really was the perfect way to start our day, strolling past all the old buildings, imagining what life might have been like back in the day. Horses out front, shopkeepers sweeping their stoops, and the real old world charm. Then, just when we thought we'd seen it all, we stumbled across something that felt truly ancient. A video store. So we have just stumbled across, wait for it, a video shop. Seriously, a shop that sells videos still. Check this out. Yes, an actual video store, still standing proudly like a relic from the 90s. It was like spotting a dinosaur in the wild, and honestly, we kind of loved it. Ozzy stopped for a good old sniff to check his pea mail from other Junee doggies, and then we headed to the train station again. We wanted to check out the little train station cafe they have there. After a morning of exploring, we stopped in at the Railway Cafe, and what a gem it is. Tucked right next to the historic Junee railway station. The cafe is set inside what was once the old refreshment rooms, serving train travellers back in the golden age of rail. Now it's been beautifully restored into a cosy, welcoming space where you can enjoy a hot drink, a tasty meal, and a dose of local history all at once. There's vintage charm in every corner. From the old timber floors to the railway memorabilia on the walls, we grabbed a coffee, sat back and took it all in. If you're visiting Junee, the railway station cafe is a must. It's more than just a cafe, it's a step back in time with really good food. As we continued to walk through Junee, the old trees really caught our eye, towering, twisted and full of character. Their roots snaked across the ground like something out of a storybook, adding to the town's quiet, natural charm. Look at the root system in this tree. It looks like almost like a slab of concrete's just sitting there. Very beautiful. I wonder how old this tree is. And as we continued to walk and admire the old buildings, we came around the corner and found a really cool little find for kids, the Junee skate park. So if you have kiddies, there is a Junee skate park and it is pretty cool. I think the kids would love it. So make sure if you come here, you do venture down to sort of past the pool. Should have mentioned the pool, it's got a massive slide. Past the school, and there's a pretty cool skate park here as well. The Junee skate park is pretty impressive for a regional country town. Smooth concrete, plenty of ramps, and a great open space for locals to shred, scoot, or just hang out. Tucked in a quiet spot with plenty of room around it, it's the kind of place that brings the community together, wheels, helmets and all. On our way back to the van at the park, we wandered past another row of what looked like old railway cottages, charming, weathered and full of history. We made our way over the railway bridge, taking in the last of the afternoon light, and then disaster struck. And sometimes when you're travelling with dogs, unexpected things happen, like we think Billy may have trodden on a bee and she has a sore foot. So we have to venture back to the van, which is probably about 4 k's away, like this. And on our way back through the other side of town, we saw a mysterious looking statue perched up in the bushes. And here we have a huge statue, well, reasonably big statue of Ray Warren, who is the voice of rugby league, and he was born and bred in Junee. There you go. Junee Tourist Park is a quiet, well-kept spot that was perfect for our stay, and deservingly proud of the award they won. Surrounded by trees and open space, the Junee Tourist Park felt like a little country retreat, but it was still close enough to pop into town for a coffee or a stroll. A great spot to kick back, recharge and let the dogs stretch their legs after a day of adventuring. Alrighty, I'm going to take you for a walk through the Junee Tourist Park, and it is a G'day park, so just in case you're a G'day member, you might get some perks there. Let's take you for a walk through and have a look. Soon as you get to Junee Tourist Park, stop in at the little blue reception house to pick up your keys, get your boom gate code and find out where your site is. And Junee Tourist Park is a G'day park. As you walk in, to your left there's a cute little camp kitchen. Okay, it's the camp kitchen. It's got a nice little dining area. Middle part there is a barbecue and then a sink. All looks nice and clean, which is good. And some more seating over there. And then in here, it looks like there is another kitchen area. Oh, how cute it is. So it's got a nice little area here. It's got a microwave, some dishes, toaster, sink, stove, fridge, TV, and some cupboard space. Very nice. So all the amenities that you would need to do some cooking. And right in the middle of the park is the amenities block. It has some clotheslines out the front, and the amenities are nice and clean, and obviously have a ladies block and a gents block. And there's some toilets, plenty of toilets and showers for you to use while you are there. And in the middle of the amenities block is the laundry, which has a couple of washing machines and dryers. It has a couple of irons, an ironing board, and a place to get all your laundry done. And a heads up for all you digital fans, it is a coin-operated laundry. Outside the laundry, they have the clotheslines where you can hang and dry your clothes. Taking a walk around the park, there's plenty of sites. Most of them are powered sites. They're not overly large blocks, but they're not too small either. The ground was pretty tough and hard when we were there, so it was difficult to get pegs into the ground. There is also a large unpowered section, which is just at the edge of the camp, not far from the little dam. There's also some units. Some are dog friendly, some are not, so just check the website out and obviously talk to them when you book. But overall, the park was nice and clean, nice and spacious, and very central to town. Okay, it is a small yet cosy little park, and has everything you need. It's got toilets, it's got some really nice sites just behind me there, which are on the river, or not the river, sorry, it's like a little dam, which are lovely. It's got toilets, it's got amenities, and it's pretty crazy weather here actually. So it's in April, coming into winter, and it is 30 degrees today, so interesting. But they've also got a little pool here that you can have a dip in, which is a nice little added feature on days like today. Can't imagine what summer would be like. But yeah, it's a cute little park. It's right close to town. It's only 1.1k from town, so good location. Yeah, so I highly recommend coming to Junee Tourist Park. And just when we thought Junee couldn't get any better, we found the Dog Agility Park right next door to the park we were staying in.
So this morning we found the Junee Dog Agility Park, which is located right next to the caravan park, which is quite convenient. It was really good. The dogs just had a little bit of a run up and down the obstacles, but there's actually 3 separate pens. So, you know, if you have some nervous Nellies, you can separate them. So yeah, good little find, bit of fun.
The Junee Dog Agility Park is right next door to the Junee Tourist Park, which is extremely convenient. The park has 3 different pens, all set up, clean and ready for your dogs to have some fun. Our dogs loved the Agility Park. It was like a playground just for them. Ozzy was straight up the ramps like a little mountain goat, and Billy jumped on every obstacle like it was her stage debut, dramatic flair and all. They were having the time of their lives, and honestly, so were we watching them go full turbo mode. It was all paws on deck, and not a single obstacle stood a chance. Our doggies just had a blast at the park. They loved it. We found that Billy is quite the little agility queen. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this episode, please press the like button and press subscribe. It's free. We'll see you next time.